welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you how to draw the Jurassic World Dominion logo in easy to follow step-by-step instructions. Starting with a circle, now you could trace around a bowl or a compass and then use a ruler to draw a line just under halfway and then another line for the sign where Jurassic World's written. And then it's time to put another inner circle for the logo, the edge of the logo. So just loosely drawing a curved line around to complete the circle. Using a light HB pencil, and I'm drawing lightly to sketch on the basic areas of the logo. So looking at a halfway line there, drawing on where the dinosaur's jaw is, the bottom jaw, and some of the other details as well. Just sort of mapping it on, making sure it all fits and it's all in the right spots before I start outlining. These lines are called construction lines, also known as guidelines, but they are super important because you don't want to start putting all the details on before you get it looking correct and the right size. Putting on a line where the top of the word Jurassic is, and then also where the world is. The world is slightly bigger or taller lettering, and then the edges of the sign and where the word Dominion is going to be sitting as well. So now that I've mapped all that in, it's time to use an outliner. Now I'm starting with the claws, and you can see I'm doing lots of little lines to draw the little hands of, I reckon this is a T-Rex or something similar. Curved lines. Now you notice that this hand's slightly smaller than the one at the front, but this is a silhouette of the dinosaur. Don't forget all the little spikes. And because I've got the construction lines there, it makes it so much easier to draw the details on. And you can refine any bits that you want to or need to as you go. Now you could be drawing this in pencil and really refine it, but I'm doing it in pen so that you can see it a little bit better. And any little bumps and curves and details, I'm trying to look at the picture that I'm copying from and drawing it in. And some bumps on the back of the head. And then they turn into smaller little bumps, and then the back of the neck coming through out to the edge. Now I'm going to go around the curved edge lines there, nice and curved. You can move your page around if you need to, and just following that inner curved line, and we want to make it reasonably even. Then we're going to draw some teeth on. Let's go with some elongated teardrop shapes for the top teeth, and you're going to leave some space between those, and they get smaller towards the end of the nose, and they get smaller back towards the back there. Then on the bottom, we're going to continue those shapes all the way along, and we get some bigger ones towards the end there. Now remember, you can pause this at any stage or slow the video down if you need to. I'm drawing it at a reasonable speed, at what I would normally draw things at. And now I'm putting in the eye socket. And then there's another little area there. And a couple more little shapes. And some jagged edges towards the rib cage of the neck of the dinosaur. And they join onto the hand. So when you're drawing, you're looking at positive and negative areas and how things relate to each other to make your drawing look really good. It's a pretty tricky drawing. And then sort of a line, straightish line. Now I don't use a ruler because it's a bit I want it to be a bit more irregular in characteristics. Now you can see that I'm making this look like it's eroded or it's a little bit cracked up. So you don't want it to be a perfect circle. You can see that I'm coming in and out and it looks like it's fallen apart a bit. It's to make it look old, like a fossil. As an artist, you have to make decisions all the time, and I've chosen to pick up a pencil again for the lettering because the lettering can be quite tricky. You want to get the spacing looking correct before you outline it. So I'm having a go with pencil first, and I would strongly recommend you guys do that as well. Just writing the word world and making sure you spell it right. You don't want to be writing a word instead of world, like I said. Make sure you got that L in there. Okay, so I've sort of now mapping a bit more of the rest of the logo on. Now I've started with writing it with just a normal writing. Now you can choose to do it this way. This is another way to do 3D lettering, is you write it out first and then you can thicken it up. So now that I've got the first letter, this is like the middle part of the letter, so you could do it like this. And we just keep going from there. And the A. Now that middle line just gives you a reference point to work from. Sometimes you can use it as the other edge, like I have here on the S's. And the I as well. Pencil's the go here. And then, now the word Dominion, I've started in the middle like that because I want to get it looking the same on each side. So I've gone N-I-O-N on the right and M-D-O-M-I on the left with that center line. Now I can resume with my outliner. I'm using a 0.3 Copic multi-liner in today's video. It's a good size for doing detail that is quite fine. You can get finer ones, but this is a good regular size that I like to use. Now you can see making those edges jagged again using the pencil as a guideline. Go over that lettering, and I'm starting with the letter J, and I'll work my way across. Now you'll notice that the J is slightly taller than the other letters of the logo, just a fraction. So I'm trying to make that U just a little bit smaller. And it's time to go over the rest of the letters. I'm just going to speed that up as I do that. Now I'm going to write the word Dominion with my multi-liner, and then it's time for colouring. With the colouring, I'm using Copic multi-liners. You could use textures or pencils, it's up to you. But put down a base layer first of your lightest colour. I'm starting with my really light yellow, and I work my way through brighter yellows, orangey yellows, browns, darker browns. To make this picture stand out, you want to have some contrast between light colours and the darker colours of the logo. The reason I love using Copic markers are because they have an awesome brush tip and a chisel tip, but I seem to use the brush tip a lot more. Come in lots of different colours, they're refillable. I'm only using this on normal photocopy paper. I'm not using the special blending card, and you can still get some really awesome results. Once I've put down all my Copic marker work, I then like to go over and put a bit of texture on with pencils. And you can see I'm sort of rolling my brown pencil around a little bit here to make it look like it's textured and cracking on the edges. You can see that I've got some light, mid and dark values of dark brown, some light colors. And it's just a matter of building up your picture with layering and the right colors and details. But texture is what will take your work to the next level. Hey Harry, thanks for the suggestion, mate. I had a great time drawing this logo. Check out some of these other videos. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye. See ya. Cheers.